takes pole position, the first one of the year. Was going 3 wide now into the last corner. Fresh metal is in the pits. Lights out, away we go. But look at that, it's looking like a real race start right there. Thomas Jensen coming up to the line and winning a brilliant front three. And that is no build, spun around. Hello everybody, what's going on? It's TwoFiftySix back here for you, commentating on the F1MC Season 3, round number 5 in Italy. I'm very much looking forward to this race. There's always so much action around here. I mean, just the slipstreaming action, you know all about it. It's the third time that I'm commentating this race for the F1MC, which is absolutely amazing. Again, looking forward to it. Moonfall actually with a purple second sector now as well. Was a big one for Celtex. Okay, we didn't catch that on stream. I'm sure he was on an improvement if he was pushing that much, getting every single bit out of his car for today. Swooping back to the inside, Moonfall is now coming across the line. That is provisional pole now for him. Fraser is on his lap right now. He's coming through the Curva Grande, through turn 3. Coming up to 4 and 5 right here in terms of the chicane. He's 7,000 down on his last time. He's certainly looking for an improvement. That looked like a very, very clean run through 4 and 5. Lesmo 1 very understeery. And, well, he's lucky that that didn't get invalidated. And that Ferrari is not looking like it's on rails, is it? Is it going to be an improvement, though? He's running through the DRS straight right now. Surely wide open. 500 slower than his last attempt. Now it's make it or break it through the last sector. Taking every inch off the track on exit, on entry, on the racing line here. Now coming up to the Parabolica. Braking hard. Carrying as much momentum through as possible. As early as possible on the throttle. And just a smidge too far off the track. As we're now joining in with Milan, 64,000 faster than he was before. That might even be enough. TRM Tito going back into the pits. So we join back to Milan here. This is going to be an incredible Krimi then. We don't have Krimi 3 billion in here anymore. Where's that guy? But that's going to be a pretty big thing right here. Is it going to be enough for Milan to take away pole position from Moonfall? Yes, it is. And by 2.75 tenths. Here we are for the results. As we just said, Milan, Moonfall, and then it's Thomas Jensen further 2.5 tenths behind. Fraser there on his in lap going very slow indeed. Has he run out of fuel? It's Fraser ran out of fuel. Never clipped that as we switch over to Fraser Hammond, the Ferrari, who we've done some. We're gonna switch over to Moonfall, who's on a fast lap right now. 2.5 tenths up. And yeah, it was not really. Damn it. Everybody keep clean, everybody keep on track. We're supposed to be a professional racing league, just like I am a super professional streamer, and no build. No build crashed it. What happened? No build. Zbinala by the Tau Mater. Oh, you don't want to see that anytime, do you? Moonfall still out for a lap, 3.2 tenths up, and Sotax just parking it. We are gonna see a pretty bad camera angle. Here we go. The lights are coming on for the F1MC Season 3, round number 5. Lights are out and away we go. That is looking like a brilliant, huge crash in the back. Once again, I'm getting flashbacks, but a brilliant start for Moonfall right there. That was PK, I think, spinning out, and are they actually gonna go 3 wide? They are gonna go 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Absolute scenes. Fraser getting pushed into the grass with Milan there on the outside. Now Thomas Jensen's gonna have a look on Milan as well, who had such a great pace in quali, has been handed down the order, the ranks to P4. What a start that has been for Moonfall, for Fraser, making up 2 positions there. Incredible stuff. Thomas Jensen is now on the defensive against Milan, who gets the position down again. It's P3 for Milan now, and we do have Sansarix out of the session, and as if I hadn't said it, a safety car deployed. That was a hectic start and a half. As I was just saying, the old track was this brilliant loop that you had around here, as Moonfall now pins the throttle and Fraser is deep asleep. Deep as in a deep slumber there, right there. There's no other way of putting it. Zotax is on his inside. There's a little bit of contact. It's Monza turn 1. What do you expect? And they almost spin in a synchronized fashion here. But Moonfall absolutely controlling, going through the ranks. This is Milan's POV. This is Fraser. And now it's going to get interesting. It is Zotax against Crash Vettel. Is he going to dare going for a move? No, he is not. Tito tried it on Crash Vettel, though. Has to defend now against Sights, who has gotten it past now. Nobles fancying a move around the to the inside as well. It's not going to do it, though. Oh, and that is a huge tank stepper, look at that. And there's, I think, a pretty big pileup. CMD was certainly involved in that. All the way back towards the end of the grid. Looking for it, there's not too much to see. And Zotax here in P4. Oh, that was an enormous crash there by Crash Vettel. Into the wall. Yeah, that's an instant safety car. That is an absolute instant safety car. Thomas Jensen has pit. And is now on fresh tires in first place. Let's have a look at the tires that these guys are on. Yeah, and they've all changed over either to the mediums or to the hard tires. Thomas already got 4 laps on them. Noble's got 6 laps on them. He started on these tires, as well as the Weasel, as both are getting a penalty. And Thomas Jensen restarts the race very early on the throttle. Very good getaway, though. As we do have people diving down into the pits. The Weasel actually getting a 5-second time penalty. And here we go. 3 wide for a little moment. Moonfall making his way past 2 drivers. That, well, he absolutely trounced in quali. And is he going to make it 3-4-3? A little wobble there on the rear. That looked incredible. You can just see that car is on the edge. And here he goes into P3. And now it's just Thomas Jensen on the same strategy in front of him, and Nobles still needs to get overtaken for this to be a true battle. As Fraser gets past, and now this is going to be CMD going for the move on the outside. Swoops back in front of Pixel Blowout, not even fighting that much. He's going to break later. No, he is not. It's going to be a lockup for CMD though. And very careful, these guys. As surprise, guys, this is Fraser coming through, and Milan as well coming through. Oh, he is gonna have a little fight here with Milan, isn't he? Well, braking earlier than the Williams. And here we go. This is Fraser trying everything to get past the Mercedes in front. You don't see that every day, a Mercedes getting overtaken by a Ferrari, but look at that now. The exit that Milan has, together with the ERS usage that he is just doing right now. Is it going to be enough to get back past Fraser? No, it is not. There is a tire difference as well. Fraser runs slightly wide. Milan almost loses the car. That was mega close there between these 2 drivers. And Fraser looking just down the inside of CMD there. He absolutely cannot wait until DRS gets enabled. And look at that exit that Milan got out of Parabolica, already passed before there was the DRS zone starting, which isn't even activated right now. Tito now fancying a look as well. That must have been a really slow last corner for Fraser. Milan now climbing the curbs, not getting a penalty for that. Well, and he is up to 4th again. Meanwhile, Fraser losing out. Another position on sides here. Continues straight on. He is having none of this. He's not going to lose another position. He didn't get a warning or a penalty for that. At least that's what race control doesn't say. Oh, BSB back down to last place as we have a look at the battle for P2 here. It is Noble against Moonfall. Who's gonna come out on top? It is gonna be Noble for now, defending his position from Moonfall, who made a lunge, presumably, into turn 1. Here we go. Moonfall still chasing down Nobuild. Reminder, guys, Nobuild is on softer tires. One tire choice softer on the mediums versus the hards. A little bit older as well. I think he started the race on these tires. He swoops to the outside. Noble outbrakes himself. That's a little bit of a switchback move here for Moonfall. Who's gonna get the better exit this time? It looks like a pretty equal exit, but in the end, Moonfall loses out, tucks back into the slipstream, swerves again towards the outside, has his nose in front almost by the entry point. Noble does an amazing job squeezing him out. He had every right to do so. Or will the hot tires have a bigger advantage? Oh, and that is a little snap of oversteer here for Nobuild. Would you have a look at that? And that might open up the opportunity here for Moonfall to get it past Nobuild, finally resuming on the racing line. And that is very important for Moonfall as well. Putting a car between himself and one of his biggest rivals. Biggest rivals for the win of the race in terms of Milan. Oh, and that is the Weasel retiring from the Grand Prix. In the pit lane, I think. He was a long way behind everybody. This day hasn't gone like he would have wanted. We do still have the battle going on between Milan and Nobuild now. We all know how much of a good defender Nobuild is. So we'll see what he does to keep Milan behind. Well, the answer is nothing. There was no way of keeping Milan behind fairly after that move. It looked very well indeed. That's why you got to be careful. And Nobuild finally decides to head back into the pits for his first and final stop onto soft tires. And we do have another yellow flag in terms of Nobuild retiring from the session. What happened to him now? Which is for Nobuild, actually. He is retired from the race, but his AI is still running round and round as Fraser's now finally getting that Mercedes of Tito. But Taumater coming through with some rapid pace in his bags. Trying to apply some of that to this battle. Going to the outside of turn 1. Braking just about as late. But there we go. 5-second time penalty for corner cutting there. I think I actually blinked there. He gave that position back. And PK will profit from that, or tries to profit from that. And he does keep it behind until the DRS detection point, as the penalties are now racking up definitely. And we will have a look at them in a second. But now this is going to be sights under the attack by not only the Force India of PK, but also, of course, Mr. Tao Meta, who was in front of PK already. And that is a spin there by sights. Cheeky reset the track. And CMD is overall also losing a lot of time to the cars behind on hard tires. So of course, this race isn't over yet. There, Mr. Tomater cuts across back onto the racing line after overtaking CMD. Well, and would you look at that? 3.3 seconds slower than the lap before Thomas Jensen. These tires, I think they will be absolutely on the edge right now. As the Weasel's also saying in chat, thank you very much. By the way, the reason for Weasel's DNF, yeah, wrong setup, no grip on the rear, lost it almost every hard braking zone. Normally I would have stayed in the hope of a safety car, but with zero confidence in the car, there was no use for that either. Indeed, it's hard to do so. I had a few open lobbies yesterday as well, where it was absolutely impossible to race with the setup that I had, and I can absolutely understand that point of view there. Just look at that three-way battle for the win, as we will start our final lap of the Grand Prix after this straight, and all Thomas has to do is to defend against these guys, but inevitably he will be set back 3 seconds. So the penalty situation hasn't changed yet. Thomas is on these tires since lap 2, I think. So they'll be screaming. They'll be absolutely screaming. Moonfall is still looking to get a way around Thomas. Is he gonna have him on the traction actually? Ball is in the slipstream. Plays it safe though. One more DRS straight to go for Thomas Jensen here. Again, it doesn't really matter if he crosses the line in first, but it's of course a huge moral boost as CMD just picked up a 10-second penalty for cutting the track. But this is Moonfall now. He had a look on the inside. He's not gonna pull through with it. And from what I can see is that Thomas Jensen is gonna be the driver to take the checkered flag in first. But it is gonna be the win today for Moonfall. Coming across the line there, side by side, boosting past. Moonfall wins with Milan in second, Thomas Jensen in third, Fraser in fourth. Well, without penalties, he would have been fourth. Tito actually fourth. I've got Zotax in sixth. Now you've got CMD still fighting with Mr. Tao Meta. Just got overtaken. And, oh, nice little drift by PK in the background. He already did that at the start. PK lacking some penalties, jumping his way up to 7th overall. And it's only now to finish for Big Summer Blowout. And M Nice X saying CMD is driver of the day. You know what? I would even give it to Thomas Jensen. He did such a brilliant job on these tires, keeping them alive, and just this penalty screwing him over. But that was an absolutely amazing race in every way. But this is our winner for today, Moonfall in P1. As I think Big Snowblower was doing some donuts. And we're not gonna see because I'm always switching to the winner just before the last car crosses the line, so we get these kind of views. Tito is the driver of the day if it was for the game. And here we do have the podium celebration then. Absolutely incredible race here for a Moonfall. That start really showed what is going on with this driver. Incredibly fast. And how to get red saying 90% tires. I don't even want to know what Thomas was on, but it was absolutely ridiculous.